The average person in America consumed 1 pound, 4 pounds of sugar in the course of 1 year. What is it today? Well, on average, it's about 140 pounds of sugar per year.
Wow.
140 pounds. Now, among some age groups, among the elderly, senior citizens, the average is even higher. It's about 160 pounds of sugar per year. And also in the younger age groups, teenagers, is about 160 pounds of sugar per year. Well, that is actually the drug of choice. And so most people are high on sugar. And of course, sugar is the great destroyer. Now, there's many different kinds of sugar. Some of them are worse than others. The worst dietary sugar that's commonly found in the diet is called fructose, high fructose corn syrup. But even worse than that would be what we would call alcohol. Alcohol is a sugar. How many people are addicted to alcohol? Beer, wine, whiskey, other alcoholic beverages. They don't know it. They're just consuming a different form of sugar that gives them a different kind of a high. But all sugars are just as destructive, whether it's the kind that makes you intoxicated or the sugar that's in a sugar bun. It's just as destructive. Sugar is sugar is sugar. And so you see the deterioration in the health with the deterioration of the food chain, especially with an increase, a massive increase in the amount of sugar consumption. And then on the bottom half, you see that while that's being done to the population through the degradation of the food chain, see, it says while men slept, while they were in a stupor, while they were in a sugar-induced stupor, men crept in and sowed tares among the wheat. But what is a tare? Go look it up. A tare is an actual plant and is indistinguishable, except to an expert, from wheat. It looks just like wheat, but it's not wheat. It's a tare. And in the Roman days, when the Romans ruled, planting tares was a capital offense because you were poisoning the population. Because tares were poison and it looks just like wheat, people would eat it and it would put them to sleep. It would put them into a stupor. Then they could be easily conquered. You see, so that's why the Bible puts that warning in there that the enemy would creep in while you were asleep, while you were in a stupor. Somebody crept in and sowed tares among the wheat, which is to say sowed artificial food among the good food. And they did the same thing in economics.
That's right.
Where you had good money 100 years ago, gold-backed money, silver-backed money. Well, I'm old enough. I'm 73 years old, but I remember going to the bank with a paper dollar as a schoolboy and asking for a silver dollar and getting a silver dollar for a paper dollar. And I remember doing it in reverse, taking a silver dollar to the bank and getting a paper dollar, 1 for 1. That was in the up until the early 60s. You could do that. And then, of course, there was also a time when you could do that with gold. So now what happened to the gold? See, what happened to the silver? How was that lawful money that's mentioned in the Bible, that's mentioned in the Quran? Dirham is silver in the Quran, lawful money. Dinar is gold in the Quran, lawful money. What happened to the lawful money? Well, one thing that happened to it, it was outlawed. It was outlawed by the International Monetary Fund. It's against the International Monetary Fund's policy to use gold or silver as money. So any member state to the IMF has to renounce gold and silver. And so that's why it's illegal in all of these countries around the world to use gold and silver as currency. They have to use fiat money that's approved by the IMF. And of course, the only thing that they approve is paper money that has about as much value as the GMO food that's on everybody's menu. You see, the two go together. GMO food, GMO money. Fake money, fake food equals fake people. Sick people, in other words. Sick people. Sick economy. You see, it all goes together. You can't fix one without fixing the other. So this is health and wealth. And that's why you listen to Calfani Radio, because we tell it like it is.